Yo, IDOLWILD here with a review of the MUT Heroes Jordy Nelson. With the recent release of Michael Irvin, Jordy Nelson's price has dropped under 200K, so I'm going to evaluate him at that price point. If Dwight Clark was the direct TV possession receiver, Jordy Nelson is the cable version, but he's not that far off. He's a little bit shorter, a little bit slower, a little bit worse in receiving stats, but he does have better catching because that's his MUT Hero superhero trait. And he's also pretty good at run blocking like Dwight Clark is, and he also appears to wear number 87. He's pretty much the baby version of Dwight Clark. If you can't afford Dwight Clark, you want to take a look at Jordy Nelson. Now when it came to run blocking, he was very solid. Except for the toughest of 3-4 defensive ends, he never really got instant block shedded for me, especially when it came to blocking some of those 4-3 outside linebackers and safeties and DBs inside the box. He always held up on his blocks pretty well and allowed the running back to get to the second level. Overall, I trust him in most situations when running the ball. You definitely want him out there on running downs, or you can pick up a tight end if you want to, but that's kind of too bit of a leading when it comes to your play calling. Now when it came to route running, he has 89 route running natural, but he has to move the sticks kim, which you can kim up to get him to 91 route running, which is where I had him at, and you can see he makes some of these crisp cuts. On that in route that he had when I motioned him out, normally that takes a little bit longer since it's a motioned out in route, but he was able to make a solid cut and make the catch. Speaking of making catches, when it comes to making these tough catches in traffic, he was okay. He was better than most receivers, but he definitely was not as phenomenal as Dwight Clark was. Obviously, Dwight Clark's the better receiver, but he was solid. He made about 6 to 7 catches out of 10 when it came to these tough catches in traffic, whereas Dwight Clark would make around 8 to 9 out of them. Around 60-70%, which is a better average than most wide receivers, but it isn't the best in the game. But overall, I think Jordy Nelson is one of the best possession receivers in the game. He'd probably be right behind Dwight Clark. I say that because not many receivers has his level of route running, his ability to catch in traffic, and his speed. A lot of the other possession receivers around the same price just don't have the speed to catch up to Jordy Nelson. A lot of them have 83, 84, 85 speed. The 87 speed on Jordy Nelson doesn't make him a burner, but it does make him very solid. I do think you should pick him up if you're looking for a cheaper Dwight Clark. That's it for this video. See you guys around next time. Peace.